Hello and welcome to the continuation video on how to fix a remote control. In the first part I show you how to break into there using a hair removal tool, which you just find a spot that allows it to be inserted and then just run it along the edges and split it apart. And once you have it open, we'll now go to the second and more interesting part of what goes wrong with them and how to fix it. Basically two things go wrong with them. Liquid gets spilled, tea, coffee, soft drinks, and the more sugary they are, the worse. And basically the contact is no longer there, so when you press the button and the liquid is there, it just doesn't allow to do it. Fix for that is to clean it. That part where the lands are can be cleaned with isopropyl or even methylated alcohol. I used to do the same with that part, but once I've cleaned off the resistive bit on the button. There's paint that you can buy to replace it, but it's better to use just milder detergent like Windex, or something, So once they're clean, you put it back. You know that this is your problem if some of the buttons work and others do not. So obviously liquid just got into some places. Now if your remote is not responsive at all, then it means that the batteries have leaked and corroded. There will be plenty of white powder as a giveaway in battery compartment. Use again methylated spirit or isopropyl alcohol and toothbrush to clean it off. Once you do that, clean the board. And then you have to inspect the board if there are any breaks. I had a break here which I had to fix in there. And there was plenty of corrosion in other places. So the next step is to get a scalpel or craft knife and just clean the corrosion off the track and also strip the paint that covers the tracks until the pure copper is exposed, and then tin it with solder. If you don't do that and leave some corrosion behind, it will fail soon after, because corrosion can keep eating and it will just make an open circuit somewhere else. It helps if you can get a multimeter and once you repair it you can confirm that the track indeed has continuity. But you can just try to do it visually if you're not that handy. That is basically all that ever goes wrong with him. I did replace a chip maybe once, a crystal again once. Maybe I replaced 3 electrolytic capacitors that act as a current reservoir. Couple of transistors. This is in all my time. I did replace a diode sort of maybe half a dozen times. And this is they only get damaged mechanically because the diode is the only bit that protrudes and gets hit. So it's basically, they don't fail electrically, they just get broken off. You can buy a new diode like that for $1 at the local store, and you have to just solder it back in. Another thing, this was extreme case that I don't know if you can see it or not, but the tracks were eaten on those 2 buttons there, and there's just no longer a proper lens for the short to be made. So I got this electric paint, so I'm going to paint it shortly and restore the functionality. Just one button, number 7, doesn't work, and I'll have to just repaint it. Well, thank you very much for your time, and I wish you successful remote fixing. Bye-bye.